So today we are going to see what actually goes into building a personal brand which gets you more patients for your clinic. And most of the time, doctors think that it's a content problem, but most doctors don't need more content. They need a system that turns expertise into authority. So before starting with why most doctors stay invisible online, we are going to understand how patients actually choose a doctor online. So everything starts with an awareness. So I think I have a problem, and then I look for a solution online maybe. So let's assume I have a problem with sleeping because I'm always overthinking or maybe doing some stuff or working, and I can't sleep effectively or properly, or I cannot complete my sleep cycle. So then what will happen? I will most probably gonna search like, why can't I sleep at night? Now there are going to come up some clinics like here, and sometimes there's video section which gets suggested where your videos can be suggested as well. Most doctors have this conception like they only have to be present at Instagram only, but YouTube is YouTube is more suggested to get recognized and gain trust. So if I go to this video and I watch it and I get to know like this is why I can't sleep. So maybe I can seek professional help with it and get it treated by a doctor. So maybe I can go into a description, then find information and support your mental health, and then I will be directed to a website or a appointment page which gets me connected to the doctor and get the treatment done. So let's get back at our document, which is how patients actually choose a doctor online. So awareness is a patient thinking that I have a problem, then he does the research, like who can help me, how can help me, and then he or she comes up with a list of doctors, the city. Then they do comparisons like which doctor should I trust, and that leads to a decision like let me book a consultation call, let me book a visit. And most doctors only show up with offers without existence. Let's understand why most doctors stay invisible online. So here you are posting content and getting a lot of views, a few maybe. Then suddenly you realize that the content is getting only views and no patients for your clinic. So there is something happening between here which is getting you no trust at all. So let's see what's actually holding back that patient to book a call with you. These are some things which affect your viewers. So there is posting randomly, like there is no consistency. You are sometimes posting on a Sunday afternoon and then you are gone for a week. Suddenly you come back, you post 3 videos in a day, then again you are gone for like months. When you come back, then you suddenly post a video that doesn't work with content actually. Then there is generic educational reels. So let me give you an example of generic educational reel. So generic one is like, here's how to get better sleep at night. But an expert says if you are a working person and wants to wake up early, this is how you fix your sleep. So this is more expert oriented and the viewer will get connected to it. Then here we have before after post. So there is no content on your page. There is only before after post. So the viewer don't know what to do about it. They just exist. The post just exists. They don't have a purpose at all. And then there is no positioning. So positioning is very important when like someone visits your profile and your bio doesn't answer those questions which a viewer is looking for, then there is no trust at all. Then after your profile, your bio, then comes your content. So content helps generate that trust with your viewers, which positions you as an expert or a solution to them so that they can book a call or they can book a visit. Then comes the system. So to make all of this happen, you need a system in place which helps you get more organized and more consistent with your content and your work. Next, we move on to how the film we will come back here later. So let's understand what is personal branding. Actually, in my preference, it's actually expert branding, which positions you as an expert in your field. You can name it as personal branding also. So we have worked with a team of these lovely people. So this is one of the biggest compliment we have got. Like as if some doctor has only done this and things super work. This was me. Biology was my favorite subject back then because I am science student, but now I'm here helping you. So let's understand what goes into personal branding. So first comes, like as I mentioned, positioning. What's your story? Who do you help, and how do you help? With these two things, you need to get as specific as possible. Like exactly how do you help? For example, let me share something. Here you can see the previous bio, which tells me nothing, who it helps and how it helps. And here you can see helping parents raise cavity-free kids, which tells us who does it help, parents, and practical insights for dentists to improve patient care. Also, for dentists who want to improve the patient care, and there is something personal about. So, what is your story and something like that? So, how do you help here is raising cavity-free kids, okay, and practical insights. So, after positioning, you need a strategy in place. So strategy consists of various frameworks. So content ideas, your scripting, your filming, your editing, everything. The frameworks should be repeatable so that you don't have to come up with everything new again and again. This frameworks gets us reach, and reach gets converted into your followers or fans, and those fans become your community. And then you can sell your offer to that community. Next is system. So to operate with these frameworks, you need a system. So system starts with offer. You need to understand what is your ICP, like where we understood who do you help and how do you help in positioning. So this is very important in terms of selling a consultation or your bookings to the patient. You need to understand who is your ideal client persona, which how I will help and who I will help. Next comes your content calendar. So tool we use is Notion, maintain all the content, and then there is distribution, which is your platform, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, anything. Then is your funnel. So this is like most commonly used city automation, like where you comment on a post or a reel, then you get a freebie from it, and then leads to something, and then there is your book an appointment page or a book a consultation. So CT automation leads to your IG, like your profile, or that leads to your VSL or landing page, which will be mentioned in your bio. Then that leads to a call. So this whole process takes you from being a generic doctor to a memorable doctor. Then you can sell the product or the service which you have. Now you have your personal brand's skeleton ready. Now we can move to the biggest question actually, like what should we post? So these are three types of content you need to post. First is top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. So top of the funnel is pulling unknown audience, like very broad topics, which can be advices or Q&As, tier listing, and belief breaking. It just gets the viewer to watch your video and visit your profile and follows you. So middle of the content works with followers to turning them into your fans. Like they actually know you in a better way. So this can be step-by-step tutorials, storytelling, wins, losses, your experiences, which you wanna share. So this connects with the audience very well. And then there is bottom of the funnel, which speaks directly to your buyers, which leads to conversion for appointments. So this can be before after results, but not the typical one like images. This is actually like explaining from where they were and how we helped them transform into this better version, gave them a solution, which is also like client transformation. And then you can share case studies which you have done previously. What I would do if videos, which is like what would I do if a patient comes to me telling I work 16 hours a day and I'm not able to focus. So all of this mixture has help me from going to this many and actually getting clients for my editing work or my services. So you can check the description to actually find your unique angle. So find your content pillars and stop hunting for new ideas every day or new angles every day. So this is what you're gonna get. So three formats that work every time. Say that it works Taboo, and you can just answer those questions and you will understand how your brand works or how you think about your content, and then what are the content pillars you need to talk about in your content. So now we can move ahead to how to film. Like this is how you present yourself to your audience. Okay. So let's get started. First is always use your back camera for recording. If you're recording a talking head video like this, then which is called as A-roll, you should always record it on a tripod, or you can place your phone. It should not move or it should not get tilted. Okay. So next is B-roll. So B-roll is you are showing yourself working with a patient, someone is filming you, which is B-roll, or you are showing your equipments or machines or anything else. So the rule for B-rolls is either the subject must be moving or the camera must be telling. If there is, an equipment, like if you have a very big machine, so you can't move it, so you just pan your camera like this or like this, so there is a movement and it looks much better. And then you have to turn off your SDR if you are recording from your phone, which is like it's access with your white balance. Next is you're always using a grid. So let me just zoom in. So here you can see this grids, like it is like a rule of thirds. So if you are recording talking head video, and this is very important, like before you are editing your video, so here you have to think previously where your captions, like this, where your captions and your graphics will appear. If it's going to be appear above your head, so you should not keep your eyes on this line. It will be like more lower, and the phone or the camera will be far away from you where you're sitting or standing. Then if you're recording a talking head like this, where the graphics or the captions will be coming below your chin, then the distance will must be less and your eyes should be on this level. Let's move on to the next one. Always use mic. Your video is 50% audio. Like now also I'm recording in an empty space, so there is a lot of reverb and echo. So I'm using my AirPods as a mic because so audio is very important. Like it sets apart a beginner and a pro. So it is very important. Next is lighting setup. This is a very crucial part where you have to understand some of these things. Let's say you are recording with a phone and with the existing lights you have, maybe from your ceiling or a lamp or something. So this is how it looks. But if you try to add a key light, which is this light, a big one, then this is how it gets transformed. Like it's looking very professional now and very appealing. Then you can add a backlight which works as separating yourself from the background. Like here you can see it's blending with the background, and here it's get separated. And you can also add one more light here or anywhere which shows your brand color maybe, so that becomes more recognizable that it is you, it's your video. So yeah, this is what actually goes into building a bulletproof personal brand, which gets you patients for your clinic and bookings for your clinic.